Hello friends, in this video I'm going to give you some preliminary which are going to be useful in next lectures of discrete mathematics. So let us start. First of all, let us see what are the definition of set and subset. So as you all are aware, so what is a set? A set is a well-defined collection of objects. That means if you are having an object, then you should be able to just tell that that object, particular object belongs to the set or not. And if X is an element in the set A, then it is written like this, X belongs to A, just the notation. And for example, this collection, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this is this collection, it is the set of all integers. Next, what is a subset? So if every element of A is also an element of X, then A is called a subset of X, and we write it as this. Next is power set. Power set means a set which has all the subsets of the set X. So if X is a non-empty set, then power set of X is the set of all subsets of X. Next, ordered pair. So an ordered pair AB is a pair of objects. The order in which the objects appear in the pair is significant, such that the ordered pair AB is different from the ordered pair BA unless A is equal to B. So if we are talking about ordered pair, then this the order in which these elements, these objects appear in this, they matter. So this is ordered pair. Next is Cartesian product. So if you have two sets A and B, then A cross B, this Cartesian product is defined like this: ordered pair AB, such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Next is relation. What is a relation? Any subset of A cross B is called a relation from A to B, and if B is equal to A, then we say that the relation is defined on A. Let you are given a set A with these three elements 1, 2, 3, and B is with these two elements 4 and 5, number 4 and 5. Then A cross B, Cartesian product of A and B is defined like this: 1, 4, 1, 5, and then 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5. So this is A cross B, that is the Cartesian product of A and B. And suppose this R1, R2, R3, these are relations from A to B. So R1 has these two ordered pairs 1, 4, 1, 5, R2 has 2, 5 only, and R3 has these two elements 3, 4 and 1, 5. So these are relations from A to B. And as I told you, if B is equal to A, then we say that R is the relation in A. So that is R is contained in A cross A. When we say that R is a relation from A to A, or we say R is a relation on A. So R is contained in A cross B, can be written as A R B, or we can say A and B are related with this relation R. So A, or we can say A is R related to B. Now let R be a relation in A, then we say that R is reflexive if this ordered pair A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. That is, we can say A is R related to itself. A is R related to A for every A belongs to A. So if every element is related to itself, then we say R is reflexive. And R is symmetric. We say R is symmetric if whenever A, B belongs to R, it is, or we can say A, R, B, or A is R related to B. Then B is R related to A, or B, A belongs to R. That is A, R, B implies B is related to A. Third is antisymmetric. So when do we say that a relation is antisymmetric? It is antisymmetric if whenever AB and BA belongs to R, then A is equal to B. That is, A is related to B and B is related to A. These two things imply A equals to B. Next, a relation is called transitive if whenever AB and BC belong to R, then AC belongs to R. That is, we can write it like this: A related to B, B related to C. This implies that A is related to C. So this is transitivity. Next definition is partial order relation. When do you say that a relation is partially ordered? So a relation R is called partial order relation if it is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. So if it follows all these three things, reflexivity, antisymmetry and transitivity, then we say that that relation is partially ordered relation. Next, equivalence relation. So you must be knowing what is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation is a relation which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Here in partial order relation, we were saying that it is reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. But in equivalence relation, we are saying reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Next is quasi-order relation. So if it is reflexive and transitive, if a relation is reflexive and transitive, then we say that it is quasi-order relation. Let us see these examples. Suppose we have a set A with these three numbers A1 2 3, and R1 is a relation on A, that is 1 1 2 2 3 3 1 2. These are the elements in R1. Then this relation is reflexive but not symmetric. Why it is reflexive? Because this A has three elements, and here 1 1 2 2 3 3. All these three elements are here in R1. 1 is related to 1, 2 related to 2, 3 related to 3. And for symmetry, we have to check that if A is related to B, then B is related to A. That is 1 2 is here, but 2 1 is not here. So this is not symmetry. Let us see again symmetry. So R is symmetric if A is related to B, implies B is related to A. So here 1 is related to 2, but 2 is not related to 1. So it is not symmetric. Next is R2. R2 has this element 2 2, ordered pair 2 2. So it is symmetric. So here 2 2, 2 is related to 2 here. It is symmetric, but it is not reflexive. Because when do we say that our relation is reflexive? Because when A is related to A, for every A belongs to A. But here only for 2 it is given, but for 1 and 3 it is not given. So it is not reflexive. It is symmetric only. Next is R3. Here it has two ordered pairs, 1 1 and 1 2. So it is neither reflexive, because here it has 1 1, 1 2, then 2 2 and 3 3 is not here. So it is neither reflexive nor symmetric. It is not symmetric also, because 1 2 is here but 2 1 is not here. But it is transitive. It is transitive because 1 is related to 1 and 1 is related to 2. So from these two, what do we get? 1 related to 1, 1 related to 2. From this we get, by transitivity, 1 should be related to 2. So this is already here. So it is transitive. Let us see another example. Here you have the set X with these three numbers 1, 2, 3, and its power set X. It is a set of all subsets of X. Then this contained in relation. This is a partial order relation on this power set. As the contained in relation, this is reflexive because every set is contained in itself, and this contained in relation is antisymmetric because if A is a subset of B, B is a subset of A, then A is equal to B. This is a well-known fact. And this contained in relation is transitive also, because if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then A should be subset of C. So this contained in relation is a partial order relation on power set X. Let us see this example. Here n is the set of natural numbers. Then usual less than equal to is a partial order relation, as A is less than equal to A for every A, and A is less than equal to B, B is less than equal to A implies A equals to B, and A is less than equal to B, B less than equal to C, it implies that A is less than equal to C. So this is very simple to visualize. And next, let R is the set defined like this, ordered pair Mn, where Mn belongs to set of integers and M divides N. So ordered pair Mn such that M divides N and Mn are from integers. Then R is a partial order relation. We can check it as M, every number M divides itself, and if M divides N and N divides M, then M should be equals to N. And this transitivity, if A divides B and B divides C, then A should divide C. So this relation R is a partial order relation. So we have considered these examples. So in this video, we have just revised definition of set, subset, then a relation, condition product, and different type of relation, then partial order relation, equivalence relation. So in the next video, we are going to formally start the first chapter of this discrete mathematics paper. Until then, thank you. Bye.